Alright, new state of playtime, center around the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh boy, a
Horizon
sequel to a
Forbidden
game
West.
that we are inevitably going to commentate on.
Why not?
All right. It's actually one of my favorite PS4 games. So cool.
I mentioned this on the SSMB, but yeah, of the first party titles released on the PS4 era, Horizon Zero Dawn is actually my favorite
Also,
of a bunch.
to my fellow PC players, prepare yourselves. Apparently, Horizon. Oh wait, no, I think that already came to PC, but something else.
Actually, it was the first Java.
Zero
Sorry.
Dawn came out on PC,
And Days Gone recently was released as well.
Forbidden West is coming to PS4 and PS5.
Similar to Sackboy's Adventure was what title where they added the PS4 version later, probably because we weren't expecting to not be able to sell enough consoles for the time.
Oh, ooh, almost. Well, more like than anything. Yeah. All right, let's see. So yeah, first they're gonna show off the gameplay complete unedited and just raw, and then later Mathis is going to explain some stuff to us after.
Yes. Looks very nice. Captured on PS5.
Yeah,
What?
this is actually another thing that I'm really particularly because looking for. In terms of console games, the first Horizon Zero Dawn is the most technically impressive game I've ever played because the fact that they were able to achieve such beautiful visuals on just the base PS4 even, and on an open world of this scale and keep a consistent 30 FPS, that's unbelievably impressive to me.
The thing they had to sacrifice was having a lot of Uncanny Valley for the faces, but it seems very improving for this sequel, so at least there's that.
I thought the faces were fine enough. They could have been better, but I thought they were serviceable.
I see what you mean. There was a lot of points where they had uncanny valley.
Especially Child Alloy. Yeah.
Oh.
You should go after Aaron. If they find him before you do, who knows what they'll do to him?
No, you're injured. I have to.
Don't worry about me.
And
I
yeah,
totally won't die.
And yeah, Ashley Birch is back playing Aloy.
Okay.
Still need to get around to playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Had that game.
Did you pick it? Did you get it for free on PSN?
Oh no! I got it for my birthday back in.
I love it. It's a
Some years
fantastic
ago.
open world RPG.
It's my
In fact,
backlog. It's my goddamn backlog.
In fact, allow me to throw here a hot take. I actually enjoyed this game a hell of a lot more than Breath of the Wild, personally.
Wow, such a vanilla take.
But not really. Most people.
Yeah,
will
that's
actually-
definitely a hot take, actually, Dej. That's
No,
a.
I've seen a lot of people be like, I prefer Horizon.
Even not counting that, the game did manage to stand its own ground and sold enough despite competing directly with Breath of the Wild. That alone is actually impressive.
Oh,
It's the week of
definitely.
the children. I'm not
And-
even kidding.
Well, you
That
know,
being said, the two fandoms were not actually that much rival to each other. Oh yay, new machine types, this time based on Velociraptors. Hephaestus is getting more creative with each day.
uh-huh.
Nothing to see here, just vegetation.
What's this?
Now this is a problem.
So yeah, these guys also figured out how to tame the creatures.
Writing machines?
That's my thing, bastard.
Better be careful. There might be more.
Okay, so for those who are not familiar, Horizon Zero Dawn is an open world RPG, and it's very based specifically on long-distance combat, especially when you're fighting big machines. The bow, of course, being Aloy's trademark weapon.
That's right. Bows and arrows can take down steel monstrosities.
Actually, yes, if you manage to craft a specific one, like say explosive arrows or corroding one.
It also has to do with the setting, because this is actually a post-apocalyptic game. Specifically, how many years has it been?
Ooh, thousands. I forgot the specific amount, but it's being thousands. Essentially, due to circumstances that happens, the world has basically pressed the reset button.
Yeah, basically, it's thousands of years after the apocalypse, and the apocalypse is explained in the first game. humanity basically had to start fresh with technology, basically.
But the twist is that for some particular reason, there are machines resembling animals roaming around the world, and they're very deadly.
So basically, the focus of this series, and I can already see thanks to this footage, that's the same. Continuing this one is Aloy is incredibly curious about the world that we lost. So a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn involves about the world. Like the world itself is one of the big draws, discovering the history and the lore that of what happened with the previous humans that basically fucked the world over.
So yeah, this is something that wasn't in the first game, actual underwater exploration, because in the first game it was only swimming and submerging was only a very limited mechanic to escape, an encounter.
And once again, this is using the same engine that the first game and Death Stranding used, and just like those games, it looks absolutely gorgeous, especially on the PS5.
Man, it's gonna run like hell on PS4.
Yeah, that is one big concern that a lot of people are having. If it's being a cross-gen, will mean that the previous gen console version will technically run. I don't mean the fact that it's stuck at 30. I can definitely expect that. I mean the fact that it might have more loading times or some performance issues.
I don't know. The first game handled that just fine, being on the
Well,
PS4.
that's the thing. It seems that this is introducing new stuff that will put the graphical engine to the test.
I have trust in Guerrilla.
Also, you look familiar.
It's Aaron.
Because you don't know another character from the first game.
Giant mammoths. Robot mammoths, in fact.
Man, the Ice Age movies have gotten crazier.
Everyone pointed him and laughed.
I basically...
Ride my hammer. Enough! Get moving!
What are you thinking, Aloy?
Well, she's obviously gonna have to save him, because...
She needs to find a plan.
Keeps getting himself in trouble, as always.
Oh, it's called a tremor tusk.
Yeah, usually the machines have interesting names given by the new humans.
I don't recall the elephant one showing up in the first game, though.
No, but they were highlighted from the first trailer, so I get the idea why they showcase a bit of gameplay.
Oh wait, is everyone in this world a vegetarian?
This must be
No, they
No.
Raiders
Okay, Aloy herself might be. She still hunts actual animals, but we never see. Whenever she has to use material for her medicinal pouch, as it's called, a thing that they use to restore health, it's always like berries or actual flowers, meaning that that's what's implied. But she does hunt regular animals and can sell their meat to other people, so no.
Aloy, how dare you kill those people? They may have families.
Yeah, not really.
Can we not take that up?
For this particular context, not really, Jova, because being in this particular setting and all, some people choose to be dicks for the sake of it, and for that kind of thing, they deserve really no mercy.
That's the thing, Theo. Sony okayed another post-apocalyptic story doing just that, so we can't be too careful. I joke, though, mainly.
Again, different context than anything, but yeah, some new also interesting nifty tools for Aloy.
As for the previous topic, well, I can tell you that the PS4 version of Miles Morales runs just peachy. 30 FPS, but it runs just fine.
Alright. We'll see.
I mean, this feels more like a gigantic graphic.
I'm planning on eventually getting this game anyway, but since it's gonna be a very, very long while before I might consider getting a PS5, I'll stick with the PS4 version now.
Well, the PS4 version is gonna come with a PS5 free upgrade. Anyways.
Yeah.
That's what I usually do. When it
Kind
comes
of makes you
to
wonder, why even bother getting the PS5 version when you could get the PS4 version and then be able to play it on your PS4 or PS5?
just because
Maybe
Jova-
some people don't have a PS4.
not
Well,
just them.
yeah,
that
in
too.
that case, obviously.
Not just that, Shiro, there's actually other reasons, because remember, Shiro, the PS5 can play PS4 games via backwards compatibility, so that even that wouldn't be the case.
Oh,
The
glider.
I actually do have the reason, but I'll wait till this is done.
This is a
Okay,
very beautiful game.
Oh, trust me,
Even the
Oh,
first
well,
one,
of course.
the color. It's one of the
Wait a
cases.
minute, is that the Golden Gate Bridge in the background?
It might be actually. In
Yep.
the first game actually takes place near the era of the Yellowstone Park. Actually, it's confirmed thanks to the DLC.
That's what I was saying it earlier, Shiro, right? Because this game on the first game on the PS, even on the base PS4, runs at 1080p with a rock solid 30 FPS, despite being an open world in massive scale with beautiful visuals. Technically, it's a fantastic showcase.
Again, it's a particular game where the color palette is vibrant and balanced just the right way, where you never see like the lack of a particular color. Everything is pleasing to look at without being clownish.
As for the, I forgot if it was my way. Yeah.
Aloy, watch out!
Yeah, she knows.
This shouldn't be too hard.
Oh, well, it's easy. Worst case scenario, just detach it, piece by piece.
Basically, Shiro, the bosses of Horizon Zero Dawn work like this. The giant machines have to be taken apart in pieces, basically.
There's an immense degree of satisfaction of dismantling one of these things, piece by piece, sometimes taking its own armament and starting using against itself.
Yeah, basically, fighting a boss battle in the Horizon games is basically a puzzle unto itself. Basically.
Oh, Jesus
boy!
Christ.
Ground lasers, that's nice.
But
Manny doesn't fuck around.
basically, Jova, here's the reason. The PS4 uses normal Blu-rays, whereas the PS5 uses 4K Blu-rays. And when it comes to the physical copies of PS4 games, the PS5 upgrades are digital, meaning if you put in the PS4 disc on the PS5, you can either play the PS4 version or you can just download the free digital upgrade of the PS5 version.
So essentially, playing the PS5 version on the PS5 saves you more digital
There we go.
space.
It's just packing heat.
Yep.
Yeah, you can actually have both versions at the same time actually because that's actually a good call, Joe. But yes, because on the PS5 has a feature where you can install both versions and you can just change between them in the XMB at the touch of a button.
Which will do wonderful for those Game Foundry videos because I can't think of any other reason.
Digital Foundry.
He's a monster hunter now.
Yeah,
Oh no, we're playing Breath of the Wild.
Nothing wrong with
to be
that.
fair, Ghost of Tsushima also took some cues from Breath of the Wild.
The glider wasn't in the first game, however, so this is actually another neat improvement, because one thing of the original was that traveling by jumping from high places was a bit of a pain in the ass.
I'm more excited for the grappling hook though. The grappling hook will be really fun to use in boss battles like these.
Now give her a motorcycle.
Maybe for the third game, who knows.
Well, maybe they can make a dino machine that kind of can work like that. Maybe that can work.
Yeah, it can work. Similar to, what's it called? Space Station Silicon Valley.
Well, this time, I have a present for you. Oh. I found it, Aloy. Huh? What'd you
Okay,
send
let's see.
me for? Right before the raiders got me.
You did good.
Good timing.
Now,
That thing that Aloy has on her ear is essentially a technological device that allows her to analyze stuff that's around her.
The first game explains what that is.
Mhm.
So.
Oh god, we're in California.
The worst possible place.
So that is
No, that's Detroit.
This also shows one of the main threats. There's a blight destroying the world, and
Of
the
course.
storm is coming.
and it's almost here.
Wanna see what happens? Buy the fucking game when it comes out.
we're not done yet because Mathis is still going
Hey,
to
get it, Forbidden West, because we're in California.
both the game director, this guy, and the narrative director are still going to
First gameplay
explain some of the
footage
stuff we
from
just saw.
Horizon
So
Forbidden
hold
West,
on.
running on PlayStation 5. We hope you are as excited about it as we are.
All right, gameplay deep dive.
While we have you here, we would like to spotlight some of the new elements you have
Spotlight?
just seen in our gameplay capture.
As in
To
put
help
in the
with that,
spotlight.
please
As in,
No, I
welcome
know, it's
Law,
just the
narrative
accent,
director
I know.
from Horizon Forbidden West.
Thanks, Matthijs, and hello to all our viewers. Horizon Forbidden West is set 1,000 years in
1,000.
Earth's future.
Just 1,000,
after a
fair
global
enough.
catastrophe. People live on in primitive tribes,
Mhm.
but they're no longer the dominant species. Giant, animal-like machines now roam the land, and they are extremely dangerous. The machines aren't the only threat in the Forbidden West. A strange red blight
Something
spreading
is
across the land,
making crops
and it won't be long
deteriorate.
before it
Hmm.
strangles
Time
all life.
travel.
It's the Death Stranding.
Hero is the only one who can stop
there's
the
also
blight.
a returning character
To
from the
that,
first
she
game,
and
which
her
is Taylor's
companions will
favorite,
have to comb
that
through the
probably
ruins
is
of the old
involved.
world to
Mhm.
find the technology they need. In this quest, Aloy has sent her loyal friend Erend into the remains of San Francisco to find a crucial
Maybe
piece of
we'll find a
technology.
Chimera skull in
Erend
it. Why
encounters
not?
raiders
If
from
they're
a
in
rebel
San
faction
Francisco, they'll
of the
probably have to
Tanakh
deal with
tribe.
earthquakes.
They are
if
vicious
it still
fighters,
is
but
the
even
same.
worse, they've acquired the power to override machines. To rescue Erend, Aloy winds up fighting them. But first, she must cross the ruins to reach their camp.
We face a lot of obstacles as we traverse the ruins of San Francisco. To overcome them, we've given Aloy some great new tools.
Mm-hmm.
Using the focus scanner, you can highlight spots that allow free climbing anywhere in the open
In case we
world.
weren't painted yellow enough.
The Poolcaster speeds up climbing and can get you quickly out of trouble. The shield
Turn down
plate
the
allows you
sun.
to safely descend from great heights.
Although I would have to
Supply
say I'm
cannons
not
from above.
exactly the biggest fan of the new
With the
Eldar
diving mask, you
HUD.
can
I
stay
kind of prefer
submerged
how it
as
looked
long
in the
as you
first
like,
game.
and take your time to plan a path around amphibious machines, or boost through strong underwater currents.
No more air meter for the underwater
And to speed up
sections.
overland travel,
There were,
a
well,
variety
it was
of
it, but only in a
machines can be
very
overridden
limited
and used
capacity
as
anyway,
mounts,
like I
or
said.
in combat.
Basically, you can
Combat in
dive as
Horizon
much as
Forbidden
you
West
want.
puts a strong emphasis
I would
on
look for
tactics
some
and
really
player
cool
choice.
ways of escaping
close-range
enemies and
combat,
stuff like
the
that.
speed
Or
Only
even-
to find potentially more.
In the water.
There's a range of combos
well,
that have
that's
different
risk
uses and
reward
effects.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Valor Surges add a unique set of special abilities.
Oh, there you go.
One of which can be used to knock back nearby enemies. The spear can be charged to create a high damage effect. that
Yeah,
can
one
take
thing that
down even
the first game
stronger
did that
enemies.
was relatively
A wide
limited
array of different weapons
CQC
is quickly
options,
accessible via the
obviously to
weapon
encourage you to use the
A
bow and
slow
arrow.
shot with
But here
adhesive
they
blades to
you know,
temporarily stall
they applied a bit
machines.
more. Also,
Bows with
sticky glue
arrows that can
grenade.
strip armor and expose weak spots. A powerful launcher that fires spikes that explode on impact. Smoke bombs that temporarily blind enemies. Or you can pick up
Shouldn't we
weapons
be able to
shot off
sense you
from
through the
machines.
smoke?
The full
Apparently,
game has
there.
many
Well,
more
okay,
unique
it's
weapons.
sci-fi, so
Each
there
of them can be
there probably
upgraded on
some,
the workbench,
you know,
but more on that
technobabble
another
justification
time.
for that.
The player will need to be smart and creative and use
Of
all of the
course.
combat options we have shown
Mhm.
to deal with a large variety of deadly machines. Sunwings in the sky, Claw Striders and Tremor Tusks on land, Snapmaws in the water.
Oh,
even
there
the
you go,
seemingly
water
harmless
opponents.
burrowers that you saw briefly
Mhm.
swim by. They are all dangerous, and even more so when overridden by human rebels.
We've only scratched the surface
Mhm.
of the rebels.
That's the thing. Even the
Aloy will
more
fight them in
the
many
machines that
forms
might
throughout the
appear
game.
more
But
docile
to defeat
are
them,
technically
she
still
must
hostile
explore
towards
the
you. You
open
never
world
had to
uncover
underestimate
the
them.
secret behind their power, and how that secret is related to her quest to stop the blight. And this is just one of the mysteries she will unravel as her journey through the Forbidden West takes many twists and turns.
It's time to wrap it up. We will have more updates closer to launch, and everyone here at Guerrilla can't wait for you to experience the full game. Thank you for watching.
Cheers.
Thanks, Mathis. All right, then that's it.
All right.
That's nice.
so-
No release, no date. Not even 2021.
It's because the Guerrilla actually did make a tweet about it. They're still determining the release date, but they'll say that it's still coming out. It's still slated for this year. They're just trying to determine the best possible release date.
If I had to speculate,
At the same time as Breath of the Wild 2. They want round 2.
okay, that will actually be neat just to see. Again, like I said, the two fandoms haven't been that actually rival, but more actually in friendly terms.
Yeah.
But if I had to speculate, remember, God of War Ragnarok is still supposed to have a release date this year. So I actually do wonder if Sony is contemplating deciding which game to actually release, have for Christmas release, and the other to just leap onto 2022.
So Vinto, I can actually tell you because in the recent investors meeting, that the PDF that you can even, it's public, so you can even watch it. It's basically they showed how Forbidden West is still coming out. There's still planned to come out this year, and they also mentioned God of War Ragnarok. Apparently, it's confirmed to be a PS5 only title, meaning it's probably only coming out next year at this point. Not not saying this is evidence completely irrefutable, but all signs point to God of War Ragnarok being a 22 game.
Sony is having an event at Jeff Keighley's, I think, event in soon enough. So we'll have to see if they have to show anything on that point.
Oh please! I so want to see God of War Ragnarok, please.
But thoughts on this one?
Does Kratos go to space though, Pedro?
Not yet, Dej. Like he said multiple times, the original David Jeff idea was even crazier than that. But your thoughts on this, Dej?
This game has some movement. Looks more more focused. Okay. This feels like it's trying to be wild and crazy and really drive home about the gameplay improvements compared to the first game, which, from what I've seen, the one looks more standard, but it's like, oh, look at what you can do. Look at all the movement. Isn't that cool? It's like, I'm sold. And it looks beautiful.
Indeed. I agree.
Yeah. Next.
Cheer.
It looks fun and it's beautiful, and that's basically all I have to say at this moment in time.
We're going to talk about the history of ads of the first game in you. Why not?
Oh, sure. Since it's been a while, I'll be quick anyway. This game bombarded me with ads wherever I went, to the point where I think this was the first time I met up with Dwibs. He we went to see, I think it was Furious 8 at the time, I think. And there was an ad for that there, which got a laugh out of us, to be fair. It's like, I can't escape this game. The ad stopped after I bought it. Thanks. It's on my list. I'm playing other things at the moment, when I can play anything. So, yeah, no, I will get to this at some point. And this looks really good. And it's beautiful. Yeah. That's it.
Jova?
Yeah, it looks like a very well and fine upgrade to the original. That is all.
Pedro?
No, I'm very, very excited for this one because I really like the world of Horizon. I really like the characters a lot, and it's just, and again, I absolutely love the incredible, impressive technology of the Decima engine. And how it's capable of both in these games and in Death Stranding to render these beautiful looking open worlds and still be very rock solid with its frame rate. And now and since this game will have performance mode on the PS5, now I get to enjoy it even better with 60 FPS, so that's fine by me. And yeah, all the new cool machines and new tricks look really fun to use, especially the grappling. I'm particularly looking forward to the grappling hook. So,
have you played Monster Hunter Rise by any chance?
No, Monster Hunter is not my thing. Don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with that. Though it's just that they're not my thing.
Understandable.
Yeah, I'm particularly looking forward to it, especially because Aloy in particular is actually in my opinion, one of the best new video game protagonists that have been created in recent years. Right now we're making our Gears 5 playthrough public. Here's a brief personal aside. To me, Aloy is a great example of how you can create a strong female character. And do it right, because never. That's just a little brief personal aside.
You just said that Halo is a good example of it.
No, Aloy. Wait, did I say Halo? Sorry, Aloy. I meant Aloy. Sorry. Well, technically, okay, correct me. And if I remember correctly, there's no actual character called Halo in that series, is there?
No, the halo is referred to, a machine construct that is around, that is shaped like a halo.
Well, okay, I meant Aloy. I meant Aloy because because never at any point never at any point does anything come across like an agenda or anything. Like hell, the fact that she's a woman doesn't even come into play at any point in the story. At any point, she's just an individual like any other. That's how you should do these things. So
They should make her a character.
That's what they do. I can tell you that that's what they do. So that's
Guerrilla Games. I have my. You have.
I'm gonna save any eventual discussion on that for when we actually get to the game. But continue.
Sure. No, I definitely really appreciate everything about the Horizon series so far, and this just looks like another fantastic entry. So I'm in. Go ahead, too.
Sure. Yeah, this looks basically what I like to expect, an actual improvement over the first game. Making the gameplay more faster, dynamic, new tools, new creatures to destroy. And I also appreciate that I like the thing that I did mention, I think, when a trailer for the first game, one of the last trailers for the first game actually was released. That one clearly looked like it was very staged, the way it was constructed. This one feels much more improvised. So it seems that Guerrilla actually took in consideration the feedback on that front, and it generally does feel like an actual build, and they had someone to improvise a lot. The encounter, of course, is part of the mission, but the way they resolved it using the different tools and everything feels actually more, improvised than just, following a pattern, which is pretty neat, honestly. So yeah, like I said, I'll probably get this for the PS4, and in the whatever future I'll get a PS5, I may be able to enjoy it on a better type of performance and resolution, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. So that's pretty much it. So stay tuned for the next State of Play and or the next event which Sony will show up so for the summer of gaming. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.